How does a syndicator earn his money? Okay, well, in basic terms, this is very negotiable. If anybody's been following me on Instagram, on social media, on my videos, I've been saying this forever. The one rule in real estate is everything's fucking negotiable. There are no rules. It's between whatever you agree and whoever's involved in that deal, whether it be a buyer, a seller, you and the limited partner and the general partner, it's all up for grabs. So, but generally speaking, you're probably going to charge 1% for the acquisition of the asset. It's called the acquisition fee, 1 point. So if you buy a building for $1 million, you can charge $10,000 for that. You can charge a disposition fee, another point. When you come to sell it, or potentially when you come to refinance out of it, you can charge a point there too. You're going to enjoy the benefit of the cash flow alongside the owner, the limited partner. Even though they're bringing the money, because you found the deal, because you organized this whole thing, you're entitled to an equity stake in that deal. That's how you earned your right to get a portion of that deal. Now, how much of a portion, what percentage, that's really something you negotiate. I'll tell you what I normally do in a second when we talk about my way of doing it. I know a lot of people out there that are syndicating. They're going to probably pool their money together and invest simultaneously with their group so that they have a guaranteed share, but then they'll make an overage or an extra fee because, again, they found the deal. So they can charge a premium to it. A lot of other people do what we call the waterfall effect, where they say for the first 7% that's owed to you, I'm guaranteeing you an X amount, a 7% rate of return on the money you invested. That's guaranteed to you from the cash flow, from everything. Anything above this 7%, we start splitting, 70-30. Then from, let's say it's like a piecemeal waterfall. Then from anything above 8%, you get 60-40. And then 9% becomes 50-50 and so forth and so on. So basically, the more money you manage to make for the syndicate, the syndicator has a right to earn more. Okay? So those are generally the parameters of how the syndicator makes money. But keep in mind, the syndicator also is responsible for all the fees associated to starting the deal, right? You got to pay to find the deal. You got to pay to analyze the deal. You got to pay to perform due diligence on the deal to make sure it's a good deal, right? Bring a contractor out, bring a structural engineer out, bring an architect out, bring a soil guy out. Everything needs to be covered by the syndicator because they're the guys running the show. Now, you could negotiate a reimbursement of some sort after the deal closes from your syndicate, like you're fronting the bill in the beginning and getting reimbursed. That's something also common, but ultimately that's the risk the syndicator takes. That's how they are getting their foot in the door. They're spending their time, their skill, but there is a capital investment. And the larger you go in the value of the building, right? If you go from a $250,000 deal to a $25 million deal, there's gonna be more cost involved. And generally speaking, I can tell you conservatively, it can cost an average of a few $1,000s if you're going after a little skimpy dinky deal and you're doing a lot of the legwork yourself. And it could be $50,000, $100,000 in fees to get that going between attorneys and all this shit that I just talked about on a really large deal, $5, $10, $15, $20 million deal. But everybody needs to start somewhere. And so the point I'm trying to explain is to give you a general framework of what a syndicator is, what their role is, how they generally make money. And the idea really about a syndicator is to make money utilizing OPM, other people's money. When you group yourself with other people, you can scale and leverage your position to get so much further ahead than if you try to do it on your own.